and welcome to the Sailing by Magic channel. My name is Duke and I am solo sailing Magic, my 2015 Lagoon Catamaran, around the world. I realized there was a big gap between this video and my last video. I had both some computer problems and problems with one of my cameras, which ate several of my video clips that I wasn't able to save. But now I've got stuff going again, and if you can click on like and subscribe if you haven't already, I would appreciate that. From Nui, Fiji, we had to cross the bay to the Savu side in order to experience the Kokomana cocoa plantation and chocolate factory. This is what cacao seed pods actually look like. They're packed with seeds and you process them. Now this first jar there, that's the chocolate nibs. That's what you want to use to actually make the chocolate, and then it shows the different stages. This young lady was putting out about 2/3 of her bowl of melted nibs on a stone table in order to cool it down. That room is air conditioned to 18 degrees Celsius, and then she mixes it back in with the ones that are on there. And then she puts it together and uses sort of a cake decorating thing to fill up molds for the chocolate bars. There are some cacao seed pods growing on the tree there. And this is a jungle. This place, they didn't clear cut to form the plantation. The trees are planted among them. And because it's a jungle, it does have weird spiders and things in it. So you have to be a little bit careful as you're walking around, but it's not too bad. There are also cava plants interspersed among the other different types of trees, just because they're natural. And this is the type of racks they dry the seeds on. The seeds start out coated and taste like a custard apple, if you've ever had those. And here's what they look like when they're actually drying them. Almost look like an almond or a fig or something. And this is, I was told, a leaf from a cinnamon tree. This particular voyage was a little more difficult than some of them, in part because there are lots of reefs around Fiji, and in part because we had wind on the nose for quite a bit of the time and hit standing waves, huge waves that go straight up, and a couple of spots along the way. I can't really show you the huge waves and everything because the fisheye lens makes everything seem small because it makes everything seem more distant. And besides, on the really big standing waves, I'm too busy actually sailing. This is the escape hatch that's in the cabin, the two main cabins. They're tempered glass, but they're pretty much not found on the brand new boats. What I can show you is that I was under good wind and sailing quite quickly for a part of the time. I ended up 30 miles in front of my friends. That was just me connecting with the wind at the right angle. But then again, there's part of the time, maybe half of that trip, it was just doldrums, completely flat. I had the motor. I ended up burning up all the diesel I had on board. And then you just keep going. And the last part of the journey, I had to tack back and forth because I had wind in the nose, on the nose, coming in from New Zealand. But you can do it. This is an oyster barge. As a part of Sailing Week, the Maori teenagers put on a show. Also, as a part of Sailing Week, Cater Marine put on a seminar regarding the different types of signals that you can put out for man overboard type things. This is a signal light you can clip onto your life preserver vest. This is a personal locator beacon. It signals AIS. That's Automatic Identification Services. Again, you can clip that onto your vest. This one is the man overboard. It's the smallest AIS signaler. It doesn't have the the range, but it doesn't cost that much. The problem with any of those signalers is the curve of the earth. You're only going to see anything for about 5 miles maximum. This is the best one. It's a miniature EPIRB. EPIRB is a satellite connected one, and it's by the same company that makes my EPIRB. This was a barge that was putting in weights for mooring balls. So they have a huge crane out there, and you can see them lowering a steel weight into the water. Some people use concrete, but the thing is concrete has a lot of water in it anyway, so it doesn't actually weigh that much underwater. And with that said, please click on like and subscribe. It really helps. It's totally free, and it will help me progress on these. And now it's time for a sundowner. Cheers.